This day 497 Zohar Pshat. We're on going back to the Testament base. Tochaze, which is 8 lines to the bottom. Tochaze Noach is Chaze miyoma dizbare alma lemebe tibura. The Teivah b'chibura chad. Noach was destined from the day the world was created to be in the Teivah, which the Zohar is taking to be a very unique place, which represents the covenant of Shemayim Ba'aretz. B'chibura chad, one connection. With on high, and to go into it. Until he was connected as one together with the Teivah. Love Alma Kidikayos. The world was not properly completed. So I don't know if we find this perspective elsewhere in Chazal, that the Teivah was an essential component of the Bria. The Pshat Sukkim is that the Baruch Hu was nicham. He changed his mind and basically started from scratch. And you know what? Kind of like half the dollars first don't succeed. Try again. No, this was the plan, that there should come this time of the Teivah at some point in history. 1,656 years after it was created. It was Sar Maksiv. What does it say after the Teivah? Made enough Tzokol Aretz. From here, the whole world scattered. It's all spread. Mao Nafza. What is Nafza? Kamadat Amri Shami Parade. Just like the 4 rivers in Parshas Bereishis. They come out of the Gan, and they spread their shefa to the rest of the world. So too, from the humanity and that matter, the animal kingdom comes out of the Teivah and spreads, and it brings the shefa of the Teivah of the rest of the world. From there, the separation began. And the Tolodos, which obviously everything now became considered Tolodos Noach, spread to all sides. Kula Chad, Kedugma Chadi, and all of them, Kedugma Chad, and all of them were as if they were united together and then spread. Kinikach Ela Toldos Noach. These are the Toldos of Noach. In other words, everything which happens in the world after Noach had to emerge from Noach. And somehow its Tzidkus had to have its imprint on the world in order for the world to function properly. Ela Vadai. Is certainly the case. The Haz Yisoided the Alma Iu. He is the foundation of the world. The Avi Tolodos, the Kaim Bara who made these his generations, his ramifications, his results, the history which starts in Noach to sustain the world. Okay, the Zohar doesn't really explain why this has to be, but evidently there was some tikkun which Noach made, which was essential in order for the world to exist properly. The Masulam emphasizes Eile, in other words, the Pasal Rishonim. What happened previously was rejected because he needed the tikkun of the Teivah for everything to work out. As Rabbi Abba came in Nashke, and he kissed who was this Rabbi Eliezer, who had made this drasha. Said, Arya, you are the lion. With your strength, you took the stone and pierced it and broke it. In other words, you broke open the secret here. And it brought out the light, which was which was inside this stone. Kakubadai, and this is certainly the case, as you said. And he says, Mishur the table, v'tochasi Mishur the table said. See this from the measurements of the table. So the Derech Emes is Shir Teva Shakai Adokoi Yisod Malchus. The Sulam says that the Shir of it says Orech Rocha B'Koma. It says the height, the length. I'm sorry, the width and the height. Right. So he says on that the length is the sort of Chachma, and the the rochab is the sod of bina, and the koma is the sod of das. So and he says how the three measurements given represent the 300 is the length, which is chachma, and the 50 amos with the width is bina, which makes sense because shari bina, and the kama is 30 amos, which is das, and evidently you can make all those measurements fit in with chachma, bina, and das. I'm not sure we have to try and figure it out right now. He does speak about it, but it's very Kabbalistic and esoteric. But the idea is, of course, that somehow these measurements represent the tikkun, which was made by the Teivah. Okay, so now we're going to another issue, so we'll stop here for today. But I think the main thing we take from today is that the Teivah had this mystical significance, which was necessary in order for the world to exist properly, and whatever tikkunim were not achieved in Bereshis were accomplished in Noach, and this is actually the culmination of the Bria, this idea of everything being together in the Teivah. And now, Pshat, one could say that the Teivah united everything which is supposed to exist on earth, and everybody's called B'nai Noach because they all emerged from that experience, and that unity was the basis, even after later the period occurred, of course, the Mikdash above and all that, for humanity to exist with some medium of civilization and with the mitzvahs which came with the B'nai Noach. Obviously, there was a lot of room to expand on that, but the Zohar is the starting point for that idea.